We're loving and hating and making scenes. Now we just see everything we believe.
Hello, what's up, YouTube fam? This is your boy Jay Mud here, and I'm bringing you guys. No, wrong. No, wrong. There you go, Chaos Dragons. There we go. We're bringing you guys that deck finally. It took me quite a while to really get the deck down. It had to drastically change because of one reason and one reason only, and that is Summon Sorcerers getting banned. Summon Sorcerers getting banned was, was a really big deal for this deck, just like it was in other rogue decks as well. Because contrary to belief, Summon Sword getting banned wasn't a big deal because it never gave you just an extra monster. It didn't grant you just an extra monster. It granted you a specific piece, a specific missing link to certain combos. Like with 6 Samurais, it granted you, you wanted to specifically get Shinai out of the deck so you can have your Mizuo live in your hand. Same with this. I don't specifically want an additional monster. I want to specifically get that Eclipse Wyvern out of the deck so I can go ahead and start up my Guardragon combos and start banishing things like the Shrudo so I can get access to those. That's why Sork is a big deal, because with rogue decks, it's hard. You really need to assemble specific cards to be able to facilitate those combos that your rogue deck has been looking for. But with Sork gone, that really changes. You can't really get that specific piece you need anymore to tie those consistency issues together. But essentially what this is now is Miko Turbo. There's a lot of ways to get to it. I think I'm playing like 9 ways to get to it. However, I don't have I need mathematicians to have more. Honestly, I'd rather just play Silent Mining instead, because there's a lot of times where you have cards in hand you want to discard and things like that. But I'll go ahead and show you guys how the combo works and how to get going, assuming you do draw a Miko Turbo card, which, surprise, even though I didn't draw like any Overraptors or Fossil Digs or Carbonettins or Draco Nets or any of that, we still have a combo because we have this Foolish Burial right here. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and I'll show you exactly how this works. And we're going to go ahead and special summon this Defrag. And we're going to go ahead and activate Foolish. And we're going to specifically search for Carbonettin. We're going to banish it for the Galaxy Serpent that is going to make our Miko. So now that we just made Miko, we officially have combo just like that. See, Defrag is great, isn't it? I do want to play some Dangers, but again, the deck is at 50 now, so I managed to shave it down by 10 cards. I could shave it down to like 45 if I wanted to, but I wanted more ways to play. I wanted to be able to put more, have more options to have like really solid boards. And I'll show you that in a second, but we're going to go ahead and use Miko. So you automatically have a Guardragon combo-ish kind of thing if you already summon Miko, and I'll go ahead and show you step by step how this works. So the reason why you would need things like Carbonettin, if to Foolish it off of like Overraptor or something, you want to have at least Flammable Guard and a Galaxy Serpent in your deck, because you need to at least have a dragon. But where's our World Legacy Guardragon at? There it is. So with Miko, you're going to search World Legacy Guardragon. You're going to go and activate it and revive said dragon from your graveyard. And you're going to link these two up. You're going to make your Aperticus. And you're going to use Miko's effect. And you're going to summon Lee the World Chalice Fairy from your deck. And you're going to summon it right under the zone of Reaperdocus. And you're going to use Lee to search World Chalice Guardragon to your hand. Alright, so now you probably know where this is going. You're going to use Reaperdocus to turn Lee into a dragon. So we're going to go and link that off. And we're going to make LP. Now we can use World Legacy Guardragon and move that LP on over. and we're going to use LP's effect. And you can do one of two things. You can either summon Darkness Mantle, or you can do what I love to do a lot, and that is go for your baby Firewall Dragon, your Omni Dragon Brotar, and you're going to activate its effect. If it resolves, you discard a card, and you go ahead and, well, since for demonstration purposes, we'll just go ahead and discard the Call by the Grave. And we're gonna target any monster and add one of the same type and attribute, which isn't a big deal, but we're gonna target itself, and we're just gonna add Collapse Serpent to our hand. No big deal. And we're just gonna drop it, and you want to keep Galaxy Serpent in the grave. Luckily, Lee itself is a light, so we're gonna make our first Saryuja. We're gonna make it right over here. And we're going to use that as Chain Link 1 to attempt to draw. Chain Link 2 is going to search us our Wyver Burster. It's fine. So if we get into an Overraptor or whatever, that's pretty good. If we get into a Waterfront, that's really good. You know, again, I could shave the deck down by taking out the two Waterfronts, the Gamma Seals, and like a couple of other cards. But, you know, again, you want to have more, multiple ways to make a board. So we got Waterfront, that's good, and we got Darkness Metal. Okay, so we don't need the Gamma Seal because, well, surprise surprise, we can search it. I want Eclipse Wyvern, like really badly. I want Eclipse Wyvern. I don't think I'll be able to make 38 because somehow I didn't manage to access Eclipse Wyvern, and that really sucks that we didn't access Eclipse Wyvern. So Levianeer might, yeah, I think Levianeer might be out of the question. So we're gonna go ahead and bottom deck the Levianeer, and we're gonna bottom deck the Defrag. All right, let's go and activate Waterfront, and we're gonna drop our Wyver Burster now. And, well, what are we going to banish? Oh, doesn't matter. We're just going to banish this guy. Go ahead and link this up. They could see. Now, had we have actually gotten into... had we have had a way to get into Eclipse Wyvern, we would have kept Levianeer in hand and summoned that with Saryuja, linked that into Pitsty, and banished another Chaos monster, which would be either Chaos Emperor Dragon or whatever, so you can make your 38 over here before making your second Saryuja. But since we didn't have a way to get into that second level 8, which it could have been Gamma Seal, but what are we kidding? We're gonna drop that to the board. So that's already at 1 counter because we linked it off. So we're gonna go and use Collapse Serpent or Wyver Burst and search, just get us another card in our hand. Pitsty. We don't have any banished dragons, so what we're going to do is we are going to summon this Omni Dragon Brotar. That's fine. Random D. Effect of Darkness Metal. We'll go ahead and special summon out a... I think we could summon Defrag. Why not? We'll summon Defrag. We'll summon Defrag out of the way. Hold on. Okay, there you go. I think we're going to use Saryuja's effect to special summon 2. Yeah, we're going to do that. This is going to go and drop that. We're going to... So this is here, and there we go. Okay. Agripane is going to drop us our Hot Red. And before we make Saryuja, we're going to use Waterfront and search us our Gamma Seal. So that's probably going to be a monster we're going to end up special summoning. Keep in mind, we did not normal summon this turn. That's one thing we did not do. We did not normal summon. That's good. That's huge. That's really big. Alright, so now we're going to make our second Saryuja and start setting some stuff up. Depending on what we got, depends on what we go for. That's why we kind of just need to open up a random hand. Because, you know, you can open Miko Turbo Engines, but depending on what you end up drawing, you know, depends on the combo you're going for. I really want to make 38. No, what am I kidding? There's no way to make 38. Well, yeah, you can, but again, I want to summon Gamma Seal, so We're going to bottom deck these two, and the Collapse Serpents, it's useless. Again, we have not normal summoned, so that's pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate the Fossil Dig and grab us our Overraptor. We're going to use Saryuja, and we're going to summon the Gamma Seal straight away before anything else goes on. We are going to summon this Overraptor, and we are going to go ahead and just foolish the Overtex, grabbing us a pill. Now, if you were drawn pill like at any point in your combo and you didn't get access to Overraptor, you don't need to worry. You still have a dinosaur in your grave, which is where's the Reaperdocus? There it is. That's a dinosaur. You know, a lot of people forget that, so that's something you probably should not forget. So, that out the way, we're going to go and activate our Evo Pill. We're going to banish the Reaperdocus, and let's banish the Miko, it doesn't matter. Alright, so we have our UCT to the board now. There we are. Now, I wish we had a level 3 tuner of some kind. Oh, well, banishing Miko might not have been the smartest thing, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So, because we have the Galaxy Serpent, this isn't a level 5, so we're not going to make Dawn Dragster, regardless of what's going on. So we're just going to drop Levianeer. That's fine. We are still good to go. We're going to banish our 3 Guardragons. We're going to rip a card out of our opponent's hand. That is A-okay. Now, this board is actually pretty lackluster, I'm not going to lie, because I've been playing quite a few hands, but at the same time, we have Waterfront and Gamma with 5 counters, so, and a Hot Red Abyss and a UCT, so who cares? Oh yeah, and we got Celestial Spheres. Celestial Spheres, we'll just go ahead, you can just Celestial Spheres the first monster that comes out and summon Goliath, force them into their battle phase, but generally, you're trying to have 38 on the board, so they can't run this over even though it's at 0-0. That's why you really want 38. But UCT can basically just book everything down before you go into battle phase anyway. And even if there's like link monsters and stuff like that, yeah. In order to get to a link, you need to activate some sort of effects. Gamma Seal's probably going to just stop it straight out. So again, this is a vastly different build of Chaos Dragons. Again, you see no Lightsworn based cards. You could bump it up to 60 and throw in some charges and a few Lightsworns and maybe 3 Allures to try and maybe turbo through the deck a little bit more. Maybe try to increase your chances of sending Eclipse Wyvern to the graveyard. Because again, we did not get Eclipse Wyvern at all of that hand. And keep in mind, our hand was really, really awkward. We opened, what was it? We opened, what was it? Direct Aeolo, 2 Defrag Dragons. Yeah, we opened, 2 Defrag Dragons, guys. A Foolish Burial, and a Call by the Grave. This was our opening hand. But we still pulled it off at the end of the day. But again, this just goes to show, you can have 1 card Miko Turbo Engine in your hand, but it depends on what else you have in your hand, depends on what you're going for. Depends on how you're going to play things out, what you're going to keep in hand when you go for Saryuja. Did you get Eclipse Wyvern? Again, Eclipse Wyvern is your go-to. You still want to access that card. And that is one thing that I do miss about Burly Fusion not being in the deck anymore with the Predaplants and stuff, because it was guaranteed Eclipse Wyvern, but since Summon Sork is gone, it's not very viable anymore. But nonetheless, you don't even need the Eclipse Wyvern. I kind of just showed that to you. And again, you don't really need the Waterfront and the Gamma Seal, but, so you could shave that in a couple of other cards in, like, Amorphous Goliath to, reduce bricks and things like that to have 45 cards. But again, having more options to play, again, had I not had Waterfront in my deck, I probably wouldn't have had a very good board. But because I had the Waterfront, I had that as an option. It basically saved my ass. So let me know what you guys think about this. Again, vastly different build of Chaos Dragons. It took me a while to figure this out. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comments below. So with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. This is Jade Money, and I am signing out.
Through the wastelands,